And we are live. What a week it's been for Ethereum. It did hit a brand new all-time high. It's been a long 3 years, but now it looks like Ethereum gas fees are booming. DeFi is booming. Is the price action going to continue booming this next month? If that's what you're looking to find out, then let's talk about that in this video. Welcome to Currency.com's channel with your host John at RealJohnDoe on Twitter. And today I'm going to give you guys an update on Ethereum. And as usual, we're going to go over the trader sentiment, support and resistance levels, and then the latest news. And then we'll jump into the Currency.com platform and talk about the price action. Also, let's have a quick look at our channel for a sec. You can see that we do often upload quite a bit of videos every week covering the top cryptos. So if you haven't subscribed to the channel, make sure you do that right now. And I will keep these videos coming out. And if you want to show your support to the channel, all you got to do is just keep hitting that like button. And just like the last video, let's try to get to 200 likes on this video. And I hope you enjoy today's video. Okay, so here we go with the trader sentiment for Ethereum. Ethereum is just coming off a support level. We do have that correction from all-time high at about 1,750. And now the trader sentiment on Currency.com, it shows 76% buyers, 24% sellers, and the price is kind of battling right now in the middle of the day. Okay, so now let me give you some support and resistance levels for Ethereum. The first level of support that I'm looking at is right at around 1,400, which was the previous all-time high, and that is also around the 21-day moving average. 1,100, the next level after that, that was right around that monthly support for January, and it's also right around the 50-day EMA. And then the last support level, 730, which was the yearly open. And then upside resistance levels I'm looking at is 1,770, which is an all-time high resistance. Then after that, I'll be looking at $2,000, which is a psychological resistance level. And if we can break past those levels, then we'll see Ethereum continue on the price discovery. And the long-awaited CME futures for Ethereum just launched today. First trade date will be Monday, February 8th. Probably by the time this video is posted. And this is big news right now for Ethereum because it shows that more and more investors have exposure and institutional investors to go long or short on Ethereum on a whole nother level. When CME futures launched for Bitcoin back in 2017, Bitcoin did go in a correction in a long-term bear market. But this time for Ethereum, things are looking different based on the situation of the current market and where we're also at today. And this could be a bullish event, starting a long-term bull run for Ethereum. And with Ethereum continuing this run to all-time high, Ethereum 2.0 now ranks as the third largest crypto asset in terms of staked assets. Roughly 2.5 million Ethereum are currently locked up for staking, which equals up to about $3.6 billion. But one downside about Ethereum reaching all-time high right now is that the Ethereum network fees are also reaching a new all-time high. The average network fee last week was around $20 or so, and that's for one transaction. But I've seen some even higher myself. Some people posted pictures on Twitter showing $500 for one transaction, $1,000, $50, $100. So it does vary, but it is right now, the fees are at all-time high. And this does happen when a network becomes congested. So this will be one roadblock that Ethereum will have to fix in the future, potentially with Ethereum 2.0 update. So there are some things that could be fueling this Ethereum run to the moon. Some things that people are speculating right now is that exchange reserves are going lower and lower, and people are withdrawing from exchanges into cold wallets. Also, there is more institutional engagement happening right now as they gain more exposure to investing in Ethereum. And activity on the Ethereum blockchain is increasing. DeFi is booming. NFTs are on the come up. And also altcoins, other competition are starting to fall behind to Ethereum's development. And right now there are some $10,000 Ethereum call options that are expiring in December. So this does put in some traders' mind that $10,000 for Ethereum in 2021 is possible. But let's look at the chart and see what February 2021 is looking like. So I'm going to quickly play a clip from our last video and show you guys what we were expecting to happen for the price. And then I'll come back, review it a little bit, and then we'll look for the next move. It is getting weaker. My next price target for Ethereum is right around 1,800. And that's because if we do break down from these levels we're at now, I don't see Ethereum getting past this $1,000 support. We could even head down there and continue to make higher lows on this same trend line here from the beginning of the year. And then a test up towards 1,800 is a good level to look for a support range if we do go into price discovery, because there will be quite a bit of resistance at $2,000. And as I pointed out in the last video, the RSI did come down to that 50 range. Same with the Williams percent range, went into oversold, and the RSI bounced from the 50 and now is looking to make a higher low. And same with the Williams percent range. If that does happen, then that would show that the RSI is in an uptrend. Same with the Williams percent range, indicating that the price will break out again to test all-time highs. So as I mentioned in our last video, we were testing this all-time high resistance for quite a few days, making it weaker. And we did get that breakout to a new all-time high. Now we still got that $2,000 resistance to look at. And if things do remain bullish, then I do have a few scenarios on how we can get there. So if you look at the beginning of the year, the price was consolidating at resistance, which eventually got in a tighter range and broke out. We can expect that to happen again if we do continue our way up to 2,000, where the price will trade within range, get tighter and tighter, and then eventually break out. Almost an identical pattern to what we had at the beginning of the year. From current range right now, here on the daily chart, I see the price holding this 21-day moving average if we do go test it. There also is a possibility for a bounce from current levels here. We could even see a small cup and handle formation followed by a breakout. If you have a look at the indicators right now with the price action, you can see that there is a divergence. The RSI is making a lower high and is also coming down to test potentially that 50 level. Same with the Williams percent range. It was in the overbought range and is heading down towards the 50 level. In the long-term chart, if we don't get a bounce here, then that 21-day moving average would be a good entry for the next attempt to head upwards to test all-time high again and potentially break out at the same time. But with the RSI showing a lower level than we were back here at the beginning of the year, and the Williams percent range means we are losing momentum at current levels. There is still a potential for it to bounce here and continue its ways, and the RSI heads back into that overbought range as we test that $2,000 target. If you are looking to buy on the long term right now, I'll switch over to the 4-hour chart here in a second. But here on a daily, a good entry to be looking for is this 21-day moving average at the previous all-time high. And also the trend will eventually come down to the 50-day EMA. So we got to look for where that will be at. Right now, it's roughly at about 1,200. And as the price goes up, the average will go higher. And the 50-day moving average could eventually end up right at the previous all-time high, which is expected for the price to test that level before it continues its run up. But there's also a possibility for that not to happen and the price continues its way to price discovery. And looking at the 4-hour chart here, lower time frame for the remainder of the week, right now we are in a correction. The RSI is also attempting to make a higher low and start a new upwards trend towards the overbought zone. And same with the Williams percent range. If that does happen, then the price will also line up heading towards all-time high to test it once again. So there is a trade here in this current range for an entry with your stop loss right below here at about 1,500 with your price targets towards all-time high at about 1,750. And it is about a 2-to-1 risk reward ratio. And also, given where momentum is right now in the crypto markets and the price correcting for a few days, RSI cooled down, then this is considered a low risk trade as of right now. But volatility could get high right now for Ethereum this week because CME futures just launched and we are waiting to see how that impacts the price, either in a negative or positive way. Because with Bitcoin, people do say that it affected the price in a negative way. But things could be different this time with Ethereum. And if it does affect Ethereum in a negative way, then I'm expecting that 50 moving average support to break, and then we head towards that previous all-time high level. And depending on the sell pressure that we have, there's even the possibility of the price heading down towards a 200 moving average on the 4-hour chart, which is just below the previous all-time high. And if that does happen, that would show that the RSI is in fact in a downtrend, making lower highs and heading towards that 30 range, which will be the first time I've seen that range since the beginning of January, which is kind of now expected to happen soon in this bull run. And if we do see those levels where the price comes down to previous all-time high and the RSI heads down to 30 sometime in the middle of the week, then I would look at that as a buy the dip opportunity, because that could possibly mean that the lows are in for the week next week or even the month. And a bounce from that level would be a great risk reward. But as for the bears, like I mentioned, we do have that bearish divergence here on the RSI and the Williams% range, where the price does show on a daily that it is losing momentum. It has been now about a week since we tested that 21-day moving average. So if you are bearish, that's what you're going to be looking for as a price target. If you were to enter a short in this current range, there is a trade. You could short at these current levels or wait for a little bounce. Put your stop loss right up here at all-time high at about 1,750 with a target right at that previous all-time high range. And this is a 1-to-1 risk-reward ratio, so it's not too great. And as you can see, the price is above 21, the 50, and the 200-day moving average. And the sentiment right now is bullish. So trading against the trend is something that you don't really want to do. It is higher risk. And right now, there is a lot of speculation for upside potential for Ethereum. So let's wrap this up. I got my bullish and bearish price targets for the next month or so. First, I'll be looking at a test on the bullish side towards all-time high and then $2,000. And on the bearish side, I'll be looking at that 21-day moving average towards previous all-time high. And if that does not hold, then I'll be looking at that 50-day moving average. But overall, in my own opinion, I think it's only up for Ethereum right now. It's going to test that 21-day moving average, or maybe not. But I think we're going to go well past $2,000 later this year. So that's all I got for now for Ethereum. I hope you guys enjoyed this video. You stayed all the way through to the end. And if you did, don't forget to hit that like button and subscribe to the channel if you haven't already. Show some love to the channel, and I'll show you guys more and more content coming out weekly. I'll see you on the next video. Good luck with your trades. It's John with Currency.com. For more trading videos just like this, please subscribe to our channel.